Well, welcome back one more time to the Mount Desert Island YMCA. It's a bit of a winter day, which you would expect in February up here on the coast of Maine. A little bit of a wintry mix, but it's a wonderful time and to be inside and to practice our Tai Chi. Now, we've been working diligently getting through the Yang 8, and we're really close. There's only a couple more moves to learn, and we're there. So that's pretty exciting. Last lesson, we worked on our balancing moves, our standing on one foot, golden pheasant. We practiced our heel kicks, and remember, it could be low or however high you can make it. The hand that goes out over the foot, so it's in line. It's not one or the other. Okay, and then we had this weird thing where after that kick, we turned and we stepped. As I said, we're going to be taking a step out. Now, this is all for a move we call grasping the sparrow's tail. It's interesting in that it is a multi-part move or form that contains a number of moves within it, but it's counted as one. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of mirror image. Well, actually, before we did our, so go ahead and come with me. Here comes our kicks. Heel kick to the right. Heel kick to the left. And I said turn to the right and step, because we're going to embrace the moon, empty step, and then we're going to go from there. Now I'm going to come towards you so that you can see this move a little bit. So an empty step, I've turned, I've got my weight on my left foot, left hand over right. I step forward and out a little bit so I have space between my feet, called the channel. As I shift my weight, I rotate slightly, but just slightly, because the main motion here is shifting my weight so that I have 60-40. I'm here, I step out, shift my weight. Now this is the subtlety. Try not to go too far on that, but also try to go far enough, which is just a little bit forward. That puts a little pressure on this foot pushing back. This back foot, which is slightly bent, is pushing forward, and the two anchor you right to the ground. Wow! How about that? Now the hands. The bottom hand is what we call ward off. As we shift forward here, grounding our back leg into the ground so that we provide a nice stable base. We simply raise this right hand. We have a nice little curve in it. It's going to block incoming force and then divert it out of the way. So this is called warding off. The top hand simply drops down as if to block or protect anything coming from us from this position. Trying not to pull the elbow back too far, about hip level and out just a little bit. So a strike coming in, we have time to react to it. Ward off. Ah, good. Now I mentioned we're not going to hold a lot of force, we're going to deflect it. The way we do that is we turn our waist just slightly, and the hands rotate over. Let me come in so you can see my hands better. We step out, we do our ward off. We turn our waist, deflecting the incoming force. Our hands roll so that one hand's on top, the other's on the bottom, and we grasp. And from there we do this wonderful move called roll back. We've turned our waist. We're going to sit back on this hip. We're just going to let this hip sink down, and that, notice my upper body sinks a bit. That gives me some downward momentum, and if I twist at the waist or turn at the waist again, whoosh, I get this little spinning motion, pulling my opponent off balance. We call this a rollback. Okay? So, building blocks. Board off, deflection, roll back. Good? All right. Now, we're going to be doing it the other direction, but that'll be much simpler once we learn the entire move here. So there's only a couple more parts of this multi-movement form. Board off, deflect, roll back, sitting back in this hip, turning at the waist, hands float over. Now one hand comes behind and presses, providing support, as the other hand does another ward off. Start right from the beginning of this. Ward off. Deflect. Roll back. This is actually called a press. Pressing forward. Not pressing from the arms, but pressing by shifting our weight back into that 60-40 stance. Ha. Okay? We are so close. Ward off. Roll back. Press. All right. So imagine we've interrupted our opponent's force. We've deflected it. We've encouraged him to go off balance. We press into again, perhaps knocking him off balance. Hands separate. We sit back into that hip like we did before. Pull down and push forward. Okay, so that pushing movement has a bit of an oval shape to it. Ward off, deflect, roll back, press, pull in towards the heart. Drop down so you're underneath, press forward. That, all those moves together are called grasping the sparrow's tail. Now, there'll be two of those. So let's take it and put it in the context of the form. We just did our left heel kick. We turn to the right, stepping down, embrace the moon, step out, board off. Deflect, roll back, press, pull in, drop underneath, push up and out. Now we shift our weight back, leading with the left hand, spinning on the right heel. We turn around, shifting our weight back. The hands come back into their embracing the moon position. Step out. Ward off. Deflect. Roll back. Press. Pull and push. Good? All right. Here's the good news. After this, there's only one more form to learn. So let's put what we've learned into context. I'm going to do it twice, once with my back to you so it's easier to follow. The second time I'll do it mirror image. Little challenge there. Okay, so we're going right to the beginning of the form. Preparation. Shifting our weight to one side so the other side can float out. Arms rise and fall in our commencement. Turning at the waist to the right. Repulse monkey. Turn. Brush knee with push. Parting wild horse's mane. To the front, repositioning this foot, step in, change hands, rotate, step out, change hands, rotate, change hands, shift weight and rotate back, step into the middle, step out the other side, shift back, step back into the middle, right leg up into golden pheasant. Left leg up, golden pheasant. Right leg up, hip open, right heel kick to the corner. Cross the arms, left leg up, open the hip. Left heel kick corner. Turn into the right, stepping down. Ward off. Deflect. Roll back. Press. Pull towards the heart. Get under and push forward and back. Shift back and turn. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Pull in and down and up and out. Shift back, and we're going to be turning to the front. But that's the next lesson. Now, I promised you I'd do it mirror image. So here we go.